And we're live on a Friday. And I know this is a little bit early, but I thought I'd throw this out there because you're coming up on a weekend. And so often when we take these weekends to get out of the norm of Monday through Friday, we tend to overdo sugar, right? Well, we got a new piece of information from Arizona State University. It's sort of heavy, sort of amazing, but the takeaway message is, contrary to what most physicians say, antioxidants protect your life. And we're going to delve into this article called A Sugar-Coated World. It's intriguing, a little bit heavy, and we're also going to talk about making a special dessert. Hang on. The information you hear on the Nutrition Shop Health Talk with Dr. Len is strictly educational and is not intended to diagnose or treat any disease. Any healthcare decision should be discussed with your health professional. And now, here is Dr. Len. And hello again, everybody, and welcome to a Friday. Now, we weren't on the air at all yesterday on Veterans Day. We want to say a special thank you to all the veterans that are out there listening. God bless you for what you've done. Thank you for your service. And we're praying for you continually. Thank you for that. Now, as we get started, all the time on this show, it's our national anthem. Once again, thank you for listening. The number at our office, 678-228-8900. If you need more information, you want to set up your personal consult time, one-on-one, to discuss your issues, your family's issues, now's a great time to do that. Make it an early fall decision to change your health into the right direction. We're going to talk about sugar now. And I want you to hear some of these terms. It'll sound a little confusing. I'll try to make sense of this as we go. Glycans, Glycans. Now, what are glycans? Glycans are complex structures of sugar. Now, we do know that out of all the foods we consume, our energy, the production of energy to keep us alive, to keep our body functioning, comes from glucose. Glucose is the gasoline that goes into our engines that make it run. Sugar. Now you're going to say, well, then why does everybody say stay away from sugar? We don't say that. The sugars, the naturally occurring sugars that we get from fruits and vegetables, that's one thing. The M&Ms and the chocolates and the cookies and those sources of garbage sugars are another thing. And you put in diesel fuel into a gasoline engine, it's not going to run. Glycans are essential to virtually every biological process in our body. Every single one, as God created our bodies, require glycans as fuel. These complex structures, composed of interlocking sugar molecules, adorn the surfaces of cells in a sort of fuzzy protrusion. So if you look at this under a microscope, you can see that. Glycans are a crucial part of a cell's identity, helping it to communicate with other cells and with the external environment. So again, with our body, did you hear what I just said? The cells in our body communicate with other cells in our body that communicate with the world around us and what we're exposed to on a daily basis. We did not evolve from a worm. God created us from Adam and Eve on out. Glycans are a crucial part of a cell's identity. Despite their ubiquity and importance, glycans remain among one of the most enigmatic biological players. We don't really look into these much. Now, researchers from Arizona State University's Biodesign Institute joined an international research team to probe the deeper mysteries of glycan structure and function. To do this, they assembled a library of the enzymes necessary to create, modify, and degrade glycans. Why would you degrade a glycans? That's the crucial part. I want to stop there just for a second. Degrade a glycan. Now, I'm going to give you a recipe. 2 large eggs, 3 egg yolks, 2/3 of a cup of granulated sugar. That's the white bleached sugar. Pinch of salt, vanilla, heavy cream, vanilla pods, lightly packed brown sugar. Make sure you sift it to remove the lumps. Preheat your oven to 350. Place that in, and as you pour this into a cake pan, and you take out a torch, and you torch the surface of this cake pan, the sugars inside of what we just created, called creme brulee, make their way to the surface. Like I said, it's a protrusion. And then when the heat hits it, it turns into a crispy, sweet coating. That's degrading a glycan in cooking terms. Now, this same entity of hardening of cells take place the same way. That as our body grows, as we get older, as we're exposed to things in the environment, as we eat more and more junk food, as we don't protect ourselves, the cells in this sugar coating, you might want to call it, that we have on every cell in our body can get degraded. It goes on to say science still has very little understanding of glycan activity because, unlike other processes in biology, they're not assembly based on a template. Instead, they're produced by a complex interplay of a large family of enzymes that add and remove specific sugars depending on where the different family members occur and other factors. This doesn't happen in other animals or other mammals, but it happens in us. Results of the new study, which appear in the current issue of the journal Nature Chemical Biology, have potentially broad impacts in areas ranging from new diagnostics and therapeutics for disease. What's the number one killer in this country? Cardiovascular disease. What's the number one underpinning of cardiovascular disease? Atherosclerosis. What did we just learn about sugars? Degradation at certain parts of the body that can occur. Does genetics play a role? Absolutely. Does our lifestyle play a role? Absolutely. This goes on to say, studying glycan structures in animal cells have historically been a big challenge, especially in terms of technology, because we can't find this same thing going on in animals. Kelly Mormon from the University of Georgia was the lead author of this new study. In order to understand how these molecules are made and regulated in terms of function at the cell surface, it's important to understand the enzymatic machinery that makes them, modifies them, and potentially breaks them down. Various forms of sugar are essential to life. Various forms of sugar are essential to life. Glucose, one of the most important, is a primary metabolite involving primary energy to the brain. It also exemplifies the two-edged nature of complex sugars, as dysregulation is an essential risk factor for the development of cardiovascular disease. Diabetes, for example, results from improper glucose control by normal metabolic mechanisms. High concentrations of glucose end up causing serious organ damage, while low concentrations can lead to loss of consciousness and sudden death due to inadequate energy. Glycans are different. They're not produced from templates like RNA and protein, but instead are assembled on the fly as needed according to a complex factor of our cellular mechanism as God created this unbelievably complex body. Glycans typically attach to specific locations on proteins, modulating their biological activity through molecular recognition in the bloodstream. The glycosylation is what these doctors call it. The addition of glycan molecules is one of the most important regulatory mechanisms affecting proteins after they've already been translated from RNA. So how are glycans made? The process begins when simple sugars in foods known as monosaccharides are consumed. These monosaccharides travel to two key subcellular compartments known as Golgi complexes inside of our cells. I know this is getting heavy, bear with me. These membrane-bound organelles act as factories for the stepwise assembly of monosaccharide building blocks into a complex, branching glycan structure that keeps us alive. They've now built a comprehensive library of glycoenzymes. The group produced a comprehensive list of 339 glycoenzymes responsible for formation, modification, and degradation of glycans, targeting these for protein expression. What's the takeaway? When you add heat to creme brulee, we remove oxygen from that structure. And you notice it changes from something soft to something crispy. You remove oxygen from our cells, in generic terms, they get crispy. The resulting problem can result in cardiovascular disease. The power of antioxidants to continually feed the body on a regular ongoing basis, and I'm not talking Centrum here. I'm talking about taking a high-tech prep like our dailies every day on a regular ongoing basis to feed the body if you're not going to do anything else. That concept's amazing. Or our one-a-day shake concept called Power Cleanse every single day that has all the nutrient factors in there to keep us alive, to keep us functioning. Sorry, I'm getting excited. To be able to keep us where we need to be. A discussion on this with you on a one-on-one basis is called a consult. Listen up. Hi everybody, this is Dr. Len, and I want to talk to you today about a consultation. A nutritional consultation. What's that all about? It's what we do. It's a personal one-on-one time that we put aside, whether it be via social media or Zoom or in person, where we can have the ability to work closely to enhance your health. The aim is to enhance your bodily functions, alleviate symptoms of illness, improve your lifestyle through a nutritional intervention. Some people simply want to undergo a diet to ensure they're eating correctly and avoid illness. Other people have medical problems or are suffering from various symptoms that they believe can be alleviated by making nutritional changes to their diet. Other common reasons to undergo a consultation include a desire to lose weight, digestive issues, skin complaints, low energy, lethargy, stress, fertility issues, competitive sports, the list goes on. Before your consultation, we'll ask you to complete a comprehensive questionnaire. This questionnaire will focus on all aspects of your diet, lifestyle, medical history, medications you may be taking, current health concerns, and really importantly, your goals. We may also ask you to do a food and drink diary for those 3 days, maybe up to a week, so we can document everything you eat and drink during that time. Once you've completed this questionnaire, we'll look it over, and then we'll have a one-on-one consultation, usually about an hour to an hour and a half. And during that time, you'll talk through the questionnaire and diary as well as discuss your lifestyle, your current exercise regimen, your health concerns, your family medical history, your existing symptoms, and really importantly, again, your goals. can also discuss underlying emotional issues that may be affecting your mood, eating patterns, lifestyle. During this in-depth discussion, you may be asked to do some functional tests, saliva, blood, etc., to try to pinpoint specifically what's going on. Once we have a full and complete picture of your current nutritional, physical, and emotional situation, we'll develop a plan for you. That may involve some nutritional, dietary issues, working with our dietitian, working with our chef, or supplements. We can add those to the regimen as well. Vitamins, minerals, fiber, fatty acids, amino acids. But to get the most out of a nutritional consultation, you need to be as frank and honest as you can. The more complete picture that we have of what's going on in your system, the better that we can help you. If you're interested in getting started, give us a call, 678-228-8900, or reach out to us through our website at thenutritionshop.net. If you're in one of those genetic modes where cardiovascular disease is in your genetic makeup, it's time we sit down and talk. I tried to simplify this today. We used the idea of creme brulee. Check it out. Understand oxidation. Understand why antioxidants work. And contrary to what every single oncologist I've ever met said, it doesn't interfere with chemo, radiation, anything on those lines. It shows the stupidity that they have not completely understanding what an antioxidant does and what oxidation does to the human body. So when you hear somebody battling cancer, that they're enticing oxidation in those cancer cells, that's true. But that cannot be interfered with antioxidants. There, I said it. It's amazing to me that we can do something this simple to protect our body and keep us healthy. Now, tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, our Saturday morning show, bright and early, we're going to talk about brain functionality and memory, and delve a little deeper into that. Have a great, healthy day, folks. God bless you, and I'll see you back here tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. Take care.